How's it going, everybody? I just dropped off the Scat Pack at the dealer for the radio fix, and I guess the door panel that was warped. So I'm now driving myself a loaner, and they gave me they said 2019, which I guess I can check. It's definitely the classic, I guess. 2019 Ram 1500 Classic, because it's the old body style. You might not be able to hear me with this wind, so let me put this up. With the 5.7 liter Hemi, so same engine as in the RT, not in the Scat Pack, obviously. That guy's parking that ST on the grass, so that's where they're meant to be. I'm assuming this is a Tradesman. I'm not really sure, or maybe an Express. It had black bumpers, black plastic bumpers that are not, fancy. I'm surprised that they even make a car that still has those. I'm actually kind of surprised that they make a 1500 with these 1500 with the 5.7 with these options, because that's like, this is probably a pretty expensive truck in terms of how an actual vehicle is. I'd be surprised if this was under 35, maybe even 40 grand, with extremely bare bones interior, and like I said, the black bumper. We'll do the outside walk around in a bit, but it has the black bumper and the, I'm not sure what kind of wheels they are. I'd say steel, but they're anodized, so maybe just straight up unpainted aluminum wheels or stainless steel wheels. Again, I don't know what they are. I've never had a car with them, but the kind that are clearly the workers type wheels that you see in like on a trade van or something. But again, it has the 5.7, which is very surprising, because I didn't know that they would equip such a thing. Obviously, we're going to take it on the highway now to see what kind of performance it has. My brother has one of these, but not the base model. So, his pretty quick. I'm assuming this still has the same transmission. Perhaps it has a newer one, since it's a 19 and my brother's is not. His is a 2017 or 18, I'm not sure. But this one has the wheel, or the knob shifter. Like I said, it's got the standard radio, standard screen, and I'm sure relatively garbage sound. I'll crank it up and get my review on that, but they had the radio on, and it was nothing special, but it wasn't that loud. This one has about 1,800 miles on it. It's a loaner car, so I don't know if this is a new stock, or what they'll try and sell it as. There's just a couple chips and scratches, but that's to be expected on a truck like this, because it's just like a moving wall. It feels every bit like a truck, as I would think. Like, I've driven my brother's, and it actually felt pretty solid. Obviously a lot of body roll in his too, but this one has the smaller wheels. I don't know what size is on his maybe 20s or bigger, if that's what they come with now, or that's what they came with on the previous body style, not the classic, but the same body style as the classic, just before it was the classic. But you can feel the play. It's sloshy, to say the least. It's a little bit different than the Scat Pack. Just a bit. It's not slow, though, to be honest. It's not like I barely touched the gas to get onto the highway. We're going 75 right now. it's not bad. You know, the performance is here, and the transmission feels very smooth and crisp, which is surprising. I didn't expect that. I thought it would be more of a truck based, you know, like the old 5 was, but I guess it might be the same transmission is in the Scat Pack, the 8-speed, which when it's new is a total gem. I've obviously driven mine quite hard. Mine only has 8,900 miles on it, and you can feel it. You can feel the shifts are a little harsher. You know, I don't know. I'm not a mechanic or a automotive engineer, so whether or not that's the torque converter or the transmission itself or some other component, it's hard to tell. But this one feels very smooth. Brakes feel smooth. When I was on the highway, I'm assuming whoever was driving this, it's a loaner. It's got 1,800 miles on it, so, you know, low mileage, but loaner. So there's obviously maybe an out of balance, because I noticed it was a little bit shaky on the highway, a little bit unbalanced. So no sunroof, no leather, which is not surprising, but that's not really a deal breaker. The lack of the screen is, to be honest, if I was going to buy another car, I'd have to, although, you know, maybe not, because my car is in the shop for warranty work on the screen right now, so maybe that's not something that everybody needs. It's still color screen. It's probably 4 inches versus the 8-inch screen or 8.4-inch screen or whatever it is on my Charger. And the better version, I think the better version of the 1500 Classic still has the same screen that I have, the square 8.4. The new Dodge has the huge screen, the whatever it is, the 11-inch screen that's vertical like a piece of paper, which would be very nice. When they asked what kind of loaner I wanted, I kind of was hoping it was that, but that doesn't make sense. Why would they ever give a $60,000, $70,000 truck out for a loaner car? But my other options were a Journey, a Renegade, or a Compass. If she had said Pacifica, I might have done that, because I like the Pacifica, and I want to do a review of one. Maybe the Journey if it was fully loaded, just to see what a basically 12-year-old car is. I mean, I feel like they haven't changed the Journey in, I mean, it's not 10 years, but I feel like they haven't changed it since 2010, so a 9-year-old car. See what they're doing to keep that fresh and selling. I'm going to give it a little gas to see what kind of speed we got here. So I don't know what kind of time that was. There's obviously no timer in this, but that was flat out. But respectable. I mean, this might have 400 horsepower. I know in the Charger and the Challenger it's like 375, or 370 in one and the other, 375 in the other. But I remember someone saying that the Ram, when they put it in there, was like 390 or 400. I don't know if that's true, but I know this does have 400 torque, like the Challenger. But then again, the 5.7 in the Jeep, which is a smaller engine bay, obviously, and maybe less aero for the engine, less cooling and such, and intake. I know that makes less than the Charger and the Challenger does, so I don't know where this falls on it, but it's right around, between 370 and 400, we'll say. So not fast, but for a huge pickup truck with the quad cab, or I'm not sure what this one is. It's 4 doors. I think it's a quad cab. It's not the half doors. I think it's like my brother's. I don't know if they make a bigger one, but But it's not slow. It's not slow. It's nothing to write home about, but it's a pickup truck, so you shouldn't be buying that for speed anyways. It's loud. It's loud wind noise, obviously. Again, a pickup truck. You're not expecting much. There's not a lot of refinement in this cabin. The newer 2019 and beyond body style might be worth more. Like, you know, it might give you more refinements. All I hear is rave reviews over it. I've never driven one, so I don't know. It looks nice, but looks can be deceiving. So as far as this one goes, very basic. It's the same type of cab that's been around for maybe since 2015. Is that when the new one came out? This style. But I mean, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice to drive for the acceleration, I should say. Like, it's fast enough. In here, it's fine. It's fine for a daily driver. The seats are very comfortable. Like I said, it's not the quietest, but it has big chunky tires on it with those wheels, which I think makes it louder road noise because there's more tread on the road, but it may be better ride quality because of all the sidewall. Although I have to say, I'm surprised at how harsh this does feel on certain bumps. But I don't want to knock the truck off against that compared to maybe a new one that wasn't a loaner, because I don't know how somebody else was driving this. But again, my brother's is... This guy just decided he didn't want to keep biking there because it's a very steep, flat hill. And by flat, I mean we're not on a hill. But my brother's is very smooth and cushy, and he can take bumps, 10 times faster than my Charger can, because it's a Charger. But I do love the driving position of this because it's so nice and high up. It's so nice and high up that you don't bottom out like you do in my Charger or Challenger, and you get to see a lot. Like, I probably wouldn't have seen that cop right there if I was in my Charger. I mean, he'd probably been obscured by bushes, but since I'm so high up, I was able to see him. Not that I'm speeding, but I was able to put the phone down a little bit, because I don't know if that's against the rules or the laws, because you never know. I know they just enacted the anti-texting here, so but okay, so I'm gonna go park, do a walk around, and I'll let you know what we think of the car when it's not moving. Okay, so now that the car's off, I can show you a little more about it. Real old style key. How do you do this, Ram? Like, seriously? Keyless. Be keyless. I don't know if this has the proximity key for outside. It does not. It does not have that, so, almost forgot how to freaking put a key in, because I haven't done that in forever. I'm joking, but... Okay, so no window sticker. I want to see what this costs. So it has this nice, which is nice on the pickup truck. It's a huge thing. It's got 2 USB ports and an aux. I guess so. One is for charging only, the other one is for music. It has, a coin holder. I haven't seen one of those in forever. It can come out, apparently. So if you want to restock it when you're sitting around your kitchen table, you can do that instead of sitting in the car doing it, bending over at a weird angle. That's actually a pretty nice feature, because this isn't just an armrest. This is a seat too, which is nice. It's got the nice bench seat, so 6 people can sit in here. So you can see it's not bad. Got tons of headroom, obviously, for hard hats. I don't know if this folds up. I think it does. I thought I saw that on my brother's, this folded up, and there was like a thing underneath it. But that could have been a Sierra? I'm not sure. So we got lots of storage here. I'm not sure why that's not coming out. There you go. It's a little lever. It's not as intuitive, so that's plenty of storage there. Cubby here. A 12-volt outlet here. A USB here. So on my brother's car, he actually has a plug, which is very cool. That must be an option. It's very nice. What else do we got over here? So all power windows, which makes sense, but you know, you never know with the Tradesman style. Plastic handles, very very hard plastic. I mean, to be honest, it's amazing what kind of layers they have, or levels of trim, because like I said, my brother's the same body style, but his feels so much more put together than this. This is really chintzy. So tiny mirror there, no light, no mirror here, which, okay, very shocking. Typical vents. Those feel fine. They're like the ones in mine. Nice ram shown there. You got old style steering wheel. This is basically straight out of my 2013 Dodge Charger. Like these buttons, old. The Ram logo. You know, again, this is the classic though, so I can't complain too much, because this is Ram's way of letting you buy a new truck that's not small, like the Ranger or the Chevy Colorado, at a cheaper price. So this has the V8 engine, which those don't come with. You know, it's the full size, full bed, full cabin, great towing capacity. You know, and I'm guessing, I'll look it up to see. Maybe I'll put it at the bottom right now in the video. How much this costs. I'm guessing that it's a base of maybe 35. This is pretty base, so I'm gonna guess it's probably right around there. I mean, base. It does have the quad cab, so that might be extra. But if this is more than 40, then I'd say it's a fail. Like then don't bother. But if this is under 40, I would say that it's worth it for what it is, especially because it's a truck, so you can take the tax write-off. No fuel economy rules for trucks or SUVs, because I'm sure this is terrible. It's at 16 average, which is like, you know, 6 better than my Charger's getting, but you know, you're not driving it like I'm driving it, because you don't even want to be honest. So, no dim, you can see it's just a basic standard mirror. What do we got? We got no home link, which would be maybe here. Yeah, nothing there. 2 lights, that's pretty standard. Radio is just, you know, standard radio media. I'll try plugging my phone in to see how that works. Compass, ooh, settings. Touchscreen, so that's good. Phone, so this is a Bluetooth, so that's good. No climate control. I mean, it has no auto climate control, I should say. Does have heated mirrors, which is kind of surprising, especially because I'm in Florida. There you go. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So let's go take a look outside. Like I said, this is a very, very hard plastic. This is a work truck. I'm gonna go ahead and say no running boards. It is doesn't say there because that's tire info. I guess this is a 2019. It says year built, or month and year built 4/18, so this might not be. This might be a 2018. I mean, it's got no. They say it on the key that it's 2019, so I'll take their word for it. But, yeah, absolutely nothing back here. That's not surprising. It's not meant for passengers. It's meant for your work buddies. This has the nice RAM box, which is a really great feature. and a light. A decent sized bed, but you can tell the RAM box does take away from it. But you know, most of the stuff, if you're carrying tools or anything, you want to put it there. My brother's actually has coolers down here, and this does as well. So you can see, that's pretty cool. Or at least it's another storage. That's how deep the floor in this freaking truck is. That's crazy. They could have gotten even more, but I guess I want to... That's crazy, actually. I don't even know. I mean, that's the outside. It's pretty standard. Like, there's really nothing on here. These are the wheels I was telling you about. Like I said, big chunky tires, but really standard, whatever those types of wheels are. Black bumpers. They're not the basic standard. Tow package. Backup camera. Old silly antenna. I'm guessing halogens. No fogs. So super standard stuff. Okay, so just one thing that I would note is this backup camera is tiny. They don't even have it filling the whole screen. I don't know. It's a square. Probably because it's the same camera on my screen, which is a square, but they just shrunk down. It is tiny. And the mirrors don't tilt down. So obviously it's getting used to. I'm not a pickup truck driver. I drove an SUV back when I was younger. And the SUV's visibility are actually great. Because they don't have that lip off. Without the backup camera, obviously, you couldn't see where the hell anything was. But the visibility backing up into a spot is not great. I guess the benefit of a truck is that you don't really care if you hit a curb. I mean, these tires are so big that nothing's going to happen to them. You'll just go up on it. It would be nice with a bigger screen, though. That's for sure. I did fool around with the radio, and it's okay. There was something called loudness setting, which made it a little more clear, because, you know, obviously the bass, treble, and mid were all the way up, as is typical on any loaner car, rental car. Not normal for what most people use in their cars, because it actually doesn't make it sound better, especially if you just increase them all anyways. But, so I decreased those back to normal, and then put the loudness setting on it, got it to sounding okay. It's loud. It's loud. It's just not very crisp. I mean, what do I expect? It's probably maybe a four speaker. Maybe 6. It might have one in each door and 2 up on the dash. I can't tell if those are speakers or just vents that you could get speakers in. I know my brother's truck has more than 4 speakers, but again, standard truck is this. But it's not bad. I'm a snob for stereos, as you know. I won't get anything without the premium audio because that's probably the second most important thing behind power for me is stereo. So yeah. But anyways, okay. Well, I am done with the review. There's really not much more to talk about. There isn't that much stuff on the truck. I'll look up the price. I'll look up the price to see if this is worth it. My conclusion, like I said, if it's under 40, I still think it's a ripoff as far as a car is concerned, because I mean, you're getting not a lot. I'd rather drive a cheaper, less capable vehicle. But as a truck is concerned, for 40 or less, I know that the truck market is expensive, and I see no reason that you wouldn't choose this over another sub 40 truck if you need the power and the bed size and the towing capacity, and 4 doors. I've been in the Colorado cab, it was actually the Colorado, the souped up version, whatever that is. It's not really any power, but it's got the lift kit and all that stuff. That is a tiny cab. It might as well not have back seats. It's 4 doors. It is a tiny cab, height-wise and width-wise and length-wise. So this is spacious beyond. You could easily fit 6 people in here, relatively comfortably. I mean, you'd have no armrest to lean on, but so yeah, under 40, I'd say it's worth your shot, worth your money. I might consider going with the 3.6 if you could get more stuff in it, because I don't know if the difference is worth it. I think the 3.6s come with scratch that. I think the 3.6 on the new style come with the hybrid as well. I don't think they did that on the classic, but either way, I would say it's probably, you don't really get much of a sports car feel with this anyways. It's that kind of hollow power. So depending on your towing needs, I would say 3.6 might be worth it if you can get more stuff in it. But under 40, I'd say this is an okay purchase. Over 40, I'd say buy used.